Welcome, everyone, to the Daily Slab for Friday, November 4th, 2022. I'm Nate, and I'm here with your sports card rundown. All right, today in history, 1934, the Detroit Lions played the Pittsburgh Pirates in an NFL game. Not those Pittsburgh Pirates, but the team that became the Pittsburgh Steelers. They played them in an NFL game, and they won 40-7. And the reason this is important is because they set the single game record for yards in a game at 426. Pretty impressive. Their two lead backs, I couldn't find the total stats, but the two lead backs that they had, Ernie Cadell had a 32-yard rushing touchdown and a 26-yard rushing touchdown and a pick six. And Dutch Clark had a 45-yard touchdown and 3 extra points kicked. There was 5 total extra points kicked. 2 of them were not by him. I don't understand the NFL back then, why he wasn't the full-time kicker. I don't know. But Clark and Cadell finished 3rd and 5th, respectively, in yards for rushing yards in a season that year in the NFL. Pretty impressive coming from one team, and 426 yards in a game. So this got me thinking, do they have cards? And so I go on Card Ladder and I look it up, and sure enough, you can see here you've got Ernie Cadell and his 1935 National Chickle PSA 1.5 just sold the other day, October 6th, for $235 just about a month ago. $235 for 1935. And then you've got Dutch Clark, who also has 1935 cards, and he had on October 19th an SGC one of his National Chickle number 1 football card there, sold for $420. So pretty impressive sales for cards so old. And if you're wondering what National Chickle is, because I sure was. It was created in 1935, the first year. It was by the National Chickle Bubble Gum Company, and it was the first standalone football product. So before football came in other products along with other sports, well, this was the first standalone only football only set, and it had Hall of Famers like Dutch Clark, like we talked about, who played with the Lions, Ken Strong, who played with the Giants, Cliff Battles, who played with the Redskins, now the Commanders, Turk Edwards, who played with the Redskins, now the Commanders, and then Clark Hink, who played with my Green Bay Packers. And then they also had legendary coach Newt Rockne in there, who coached at Notre Dame. So a pretty cool set, something I'd never heard of, and I thought maybe you guys would be interested. So shout out to the 1934 Detroit Lions, and shout out to 1935 National Chickle cards. Our trender for today is Desmond Bain. So the Grizzlies are 5-3. They're 4th place in the Western Conference. They've been very good to start the year. And while Ja Morant has been an MVP type player this year for the Grizzlies, not all of the credit goes to him, because some of the credit does get to go to Desmond Bain, who himself has been amazing. So his first couple games, not spectacular. But his last 4 games, he's scored 38, 31, 32, and 29 points in those games. 3 out of the 4 were wins and a 1-point loss. He's been really good lately. And it just goes to show that sometimes if a guy he was okay his rookie year, and then he had a huge sophomore leap. He went from 9.2 points or something like that his rookie year to 18 plus points a game his sophomore year. So if you weren't expecting a huge leap coming into his 3rd year, I wouldn't blame you. Maybe he gets up to 20, something like that. Right now, he is averaging 24.9 points a game, which is a career high. He's also averaging a career high in rebounds at 5-point run. He's averaging a career high in assists at 5 on the dot. He's averaging a career high in 3-point percentage at almost 47%, and 3-point attempts per game at 9.1. And his PER is a career high at 21.7. So Bain has been incredible this year, and yet his cards have not really followed suit. Now, we're looking at his 2020 Prism Silver PSA 10. Now, this is not numbered, but the pop isn't high. It's only 111 pop, so it's not like it's a drastically high, 1,000-plus pop card that you'd expect to drop. Something like this, I'd kind of expect to at least have some sort of movement for a player who's been doing really well, especially these last 4 games. And yet, it has decreased a little bit under a percentage point. Now, that's not much. It's basically the same price it was. It started at $299.99 in the last 3 months, and it is at $298 now. A $2 change that for a $300 card, that's basically nothing. But it's still kind of shocking to see a guy like Desmond Bane, so young, on a really good team with Ja Morant, and yet prices aren't moving on a quote-unquote lower pop card that only is 111, his PSA 10 silver from 2020. I don't know what to make of it. Looks like you're going to have to do more than Desmond Bane has been doing in the early going to be able to move your card market in this current economy. All right, PWCC Flip Quest number 42 is coming up for us this weekend on the SlabStox YouTube at 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time, 6:45 p.m. Pacific. And there's some interesting things going on in this auction, but none more interesting than this. There appears to be somebody who is selling their entire Rafael Devers collection. So if you go to auction 42 and just look up Devers and sort price high to low, you will notice that there are 27 results for just Devers in this auction, including a Bowman Chrome Blue Auto PSA 10, the Gold Wave, Topps Chrome Gold Wave Rookie Auto out of 50 PSA 10, the Topps Chrome Sapphire Green Auto out of 50 PSA 10, a Bowman Chrome Rookie Gold Auto out of 50 PSA 10, a Topps Chrome Update Gold Auto out of 50 PSA 10, a 2014 Bowman Chrome Gold number to 50, Bowman Chrome First Gold number to 50 PSA 10, and then a billion other cards that you can see on your screen here. A lot of autos, a lot of Topps Chrome, a lot of Bowman Chrome, and other random autos. And this is 27 cards long. I'll go to the next page so you can see the last couple, including an optic card and a finest hour, whatever that is. This is pretty crazy to me because the baseball season just ended, and yet somebody, has to be one person I'd assume, decided to sell all of their Rafael Devers cards about a month, maybe 2 months too late. And so you should be able to find some massive steals on Devers this upcoming Sunday. So if you are a Devers fan, if you are a Boston Red Sox fan, or if you're just a fan of really good players and think you might be able to get something on the cheap, there's a ton of Devers, and you might be able to find a steal or two in there because this person is selling their entire collection. All right, lastly, we've got the SGC submission coming up on 11/15. That is 11 days away. So if you are into cheap grading at $18 a card and quick returns, it's about 2 weeks from the time we send it out to the time you get it back. If you're into that, well, go check out slabstox.com/grading to learn more. It is a pretty good time. I've used it myself, and I've got my cards back quick, and I've gotten good grades, and you get them sold quicker than you could possibly with other companies, and you pay less. So check that out, slabstox.com/grading. All right, that is the end of the Daily Slab today. Thank you, everyone, for listening to Friday's Daily Slab, and I will talk to you guys all again on Monday for the next Daily Slab.